Welcome to PrimetimeSports.com for another night of basketball. This is a doubleheader tonight from Nettleton High School. The Lady Raiders and the Raiders are hosting their right up the street rivals, Brookland Lady Bearcats and the Bearcats, respectively. I'm Dave Grim. Alongside me, Clifton Garmrath.
Good evening.
Whoa.
Golly, that's loud, Dave.
You got a hot mic tonight.
You about blowed my eardrums out,
I
dude.
got you fixed now. I don't know how that happened, but we're squared away right now. They are announcing the starting lineups as we speak. These teams, all but one of the teams that you will see tonight, are playing their first game of the season. The only exception is the Brookland Lady Bearcats. They have actually played one game. They played at Manila last Thursday night, lost that game. So they are 0-1 on the season. The rest of the teams you will see tonight, 0-0. Two big goose eggs up there. This is their first game of the season.
So we're getting to start right out with them, right out of the box.
That is correct. And, of course, we're here because Nettleton, one of our 5A East schools.
That's correct.
They are the team that we cover. Of the 11 teams that we cover on yourprimetimesports.com, all 8 5A East schools, plus Marmaduke, CRA, and Rector. And so we're here tonight in Nettleton to give this is the first look at a 5A East basketball team this year on Your Primetime Sports.
Well, it'll be a good look for us, and we'll see them a lot after we get into 2013 and the conference play. I'm good friends with Coach Bobby Gross and Coach McCord, and Coach McCord is going to be our guest at halftime, and we're going to talk a little 5A East basketball in the beginning of the season. So it's going to be a fun night for us.
And, of course, we'll have the boys game right after this one. It's a double dip tonight, girls then boys.
Now we had what did we have? 7th grade game.
Junior high game.
Junior high game.
Right before this one, and Nettleton dominated Brookland in that game.
I think they ended up beating them by 16, maybe 46-30, something like that.
Okay.
So.
And then Friday, we'll be back on the air. We've got one game from Marmaduke that we were unsure whether or not we were going to be able to bring to you because the opponent was in the football playoffs. Well, they got beat Friday night. The McCrory Jaguars out of the football playoffs and on to the basketball court. They will travel to Marmaduke Friday. We'll bring you that game live on yourprimetimesports.com.
I know we don't have a lot of room up here at the top for us to actually put our beautiful faces on the internet TV, but I know why you don't want to be on now. You haven't shaved in 3 days.
Well, okay, now it's been longer than 3 days, number one. Number two.
That's a 3-day growth.
Number two, you know why. I gave you a fair warning. It's no shave November.
But let me see. You are trimming it up. You are looking good. So you're trimming it up.
No shave November. Yeah, but by the end of by December 1st, it's going to be looking like I've been in the deer woods.
Oh boy, we're about ready to get underway. So we can get off this beard stuff.
You hear that? I love it when they use this Jaws music.
Yeah.
I love it. We're getting underway. All right, let's have a look at the old rosters here. Out there to tip for Brookland is Samantha Flowers.
And that's Lexi Blue for Nettleton.
That is exactly who that is, Lexi Blue. And it's controlled by the Lady Bearcats. Jordan Maynard in the corner. Takes it in the paint, up the glass and in Maynard. And
that was a real good move by Maynard.
2-0 Brookland. Now Nettleton with their first possession of the ball game. Allie Tucker. Tucker at half court with it, being guarded closely by Menley Long. Now over on the left side of the floor, that's Cleora Rolford. And Rolford tries to put it up. It's partially blocked and pulled down by Brookland. Ahead it goes fast to Kayla Key. Her shot won't go. Tracked down by Brookland. They'll reset the offense. Samantha Flowers, a free throw line jumper will not go. And now Nettleton's got it going the other way. Rolford has it blocked. Wow, what a block by Flowers. Going the other way fast. To the rack, up the glass, it can't get it to go for Maynard. Jump ball on the rebound.
I'll tell you right now, Dave, Brookland has come to play. They are hustling on both ends of the floor. They're just getting up and down the floor, and they're hitting the boards hard.
They lead it 2-0 here. Nettleton has yet to score. We're a minute into this ball game, and here come the Lady Raiders. Rolford running the offense. Ballou posts up, puts it up, can't get it to go. Offensive board put back up and in. And the first points on the board for Nettleton are scored by Raven McMillan. We're tied at 2. Brookland basketball now, and they're being very deliberate. Maynard directing traffic way out top. Calls for a pick, now uses the pick. Now Key. Now in the corner, the three-pointer's on the way. It's going to be short for Long.
That's picked up by number 21 for the Nettleton Raiders, and that's Tucker.
So now we're going the other way. Nettleton basketball. Relford. There's a player named Maynard.
I know, you're thinking Maynard High School.
That's what I was, yeah. Down, no, shot up, won't go for McMillan.
They're going to get number 23, Key, chopping her across the arms as she went underneath to try to put that off the board.
So McMillan is going to shoot 2 here with 5:53 remaining in the opening quarter. First one, short. Still tied at 2. Got the second one to go. And the inbound pass is picked off. It was lazy. It was picked off. Shot is up, and it's short for Tucker. Rebounded by Brookland. Going the other way fast. Ahead it goes. Off the glass and not going to go in for Maynard. Rebound Nettleton. Pulled down by Rolford. Going the other way fast. Rolford kicks it back up top to Tucker. Now low block. Shot up. Won't go in for Ballou. Rebounded by Brookland.
Tell you what, Key's all over them boards.
Key with the basketball. Left side. Now up top it goes to Flowers. Flowers, free throw line jumper. Rainbow goes in. 4-3. Lead goes back to the Lady Bearcats. This is Relford with the basketball. Relford gives it over left side to Takara Coleman. First time we've called her name out tonight. And she made the bucket.
Shooter's roll for Coleman. Wide open down at the other end was number 14.
And off the glass and in very easily for Long.
That was Long, yeah.
6-5 now, Brookland. Back and forth we go here early.
Nettleton fell asleep on that.
Now Relford walking it down the floor for the Lady Raiders. These are non-conference opponents, but they are heated rivals and have been for years. They're just right up the street from each other. Brookland just about 10 minutes down the road. That one's going to go in, and they'll count the bucket. The bucket is going to be for Coleman, and they call the foul against Key. So count the basket for Nettleton, and here comes a free throw for Coleman.
Well, and Brookland has 2 fouls, and both of them are on their big girl, Key. So she's going to make her way over to the bench and take her a little breather. Coach Ritchie's not going to want her to get in any more foul trouble this early in the game.
She got the bucket, and it's 8-6, the biggest lead of the night. It's 2 points. Brookland basketball. And ahead it goes to Long. Down low, shot will not go. And out of bounds, last touched by a white jersey. And we've seen a lot of point-blank misses underneath the basket on both ends of the floor already tonight.
She should have made that one. She got a great pass. She was wide open. She just didn't get it up there off the board.
She missed another one, but this time she was fouled. So
no, that's 14. That was number 4 is the one that missed it.
Okay, but
underneath the basket.
Long missed this one. She's going to get to shoot 2 free throws with 4:09 remaining in the first quarter. Got one. She can tie it up with this one.
I don't think Coach Smith for Nettleton ever sits down, does he?
No.
Constantly works up.
Coach McCord's the same way.
Yeah.
Got them both. We're tied at 8. Now here come the Lady Raiders. The press is on. Got a hand on it. It's out of bounds. Last touch by a black jersey. Inbounding the basketball will be Morgan Peterson. First time we've called her name out tonight. And she gets it into blue, and we're back underway. Now Rolford in the paint.
Pass.
Dumps it down low, and it's going to be broken up. And will they call the foul on that? Yes, they will.
Boy, you won't see a finer bounce pass than the one Wolford just made.
She made that pass to Johnson, and Johnson was fouled, and Johnson's going to get to shoot 2. Kiera Johnson at the line with exactly 4 minutes left in the first quarter. Got it. Second one is good. 10-8 Nettleton. Back to the Brookland Lady Bearcats. Maynard brings it down the floor, gives it up top to Flowers. Boy, they're working it around the perimeter fast. Now Keogh. Chamie Keogh. Now down in the corner he goes to Milligan. Callie Milligan. And she traveled with the basketball. Now here come the Nettleton Lady Raiders. Picked off by Brookland. Out of bounds. Last touch by...
Started to say it must have been the last touch by Nettleton because
Yeah.
this Brookland's basketball.
Here come the Lady Bearcats. Across the timeline with it is Long. And that one got away from her. She tracked it back down. That's Flowers who tracked it back down. Long two-pointer on the way. That one's not going to go. Offensive board Long. Dumped it down low. Shot up and in. And the foul will be called. Milligan got the pass. Put it up. In.
That was a great pass by Keogh. Pronouncing her name Keogh?
Keogh is number 4.
Yep. No.
You're talking about from
talking
Flowers.
About Long. I'm talking about the pass from Long. 14.
Oh, 14 is Long. That's correct. Now the free throw is missed. We're tied at 10. We're going back the other way. Lady Raiders basketball. Coleman. Driving in, splitting the defenders. Can't get it to go. Rolford. Loose ball. Brookland comes out of there with it. And now she's stripped. That is Maynard who lost the basketball, but it's out of bounds. Last touch by a white jersey. .251 remaining in the first quarter. Brookland basketball tied at 10. Free throw line extended. The jumper is good. That was Flowers. And now the lead has gone back to Brookland.
And, well, they got it back.
And going the length of the floor is right. No, who was that?
That was number 1. That was Wolford.
Oh, that was Rolford. So that makes it 12 all now. And this one is going to be a foul. I thought they'd call it out of bounds, but they are going to call a foul.
He's saying 2 shots, so on the layup. White number 1, that foul was
that's
on
Wolford. So now going to the free throw line is Maynard. Missed the first one. We're still tied. Well, I'll tell you what, my sinuses are starting to act up awfully. This weather change. Whew.
Oh, mine started 2 weeks ago.
And she missed both of those, and it's rebounded by Nettleton. Going the other way. Head it goes to Peterson. Now Rolford up top. She's going to drive down. Now kick it to Peterson in the corner for 3. It's way over the mark, and it's rebounded by Brookland. Plucked out of the sky by Maynard. And she brings it across the timeline. Long. Dumps it down low. Maynard off the glass and in.
Little backdoor pick.
14-12 now. Brookland with the lead, and they are pressing the Lady Raiders once again. Pressing off made baskets only tonight, so far anyway. Now that off the glass and in for number 22, Takara Coleman. And we're just, wow, nobody can gain any distance whatsoever in this game. There's another two.
Nice drive by
for
Maynard.
Maynard.
Yeah.
Back and forth we go. Up top, Rolford drives in. Got it.
We're just trading punches this first quarter.
Tied at 16. This one may be a barn burner, folks. Down to 1 minute left in the first. Maynard dumps it inside. Shot off the glass and in for long. Lead goes back to Brookland. Down under a minute now, 45 seconds. Here's the press again from the Lady Bearcats. They get it across. Peterson in trouble. Finds Coleman. Coleman drives in, puts it off the glass and in. We're tied again. Now 30 seconds remaining. And that shot goes up and in for Maynard.
This is the Coleman-Maynard show.
I guess so. Can they finish this quarter tied? Here we go. 12 seconds remaining. Nettleton has the basketball. They'd like to tie it up one more time. 5 seconds remaining. Three-pointer on the way. That's off the mark and won't be put back up in time. And that is the end of the first quarter. It's 20-18. What a game. Brookland with a 2-point lead on yourprimetimesports.com.
You get big-time savings and hometown service. Always a bed, Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, and Ram. At Bed, there's a difference you will clearly see. You're always a VIP. Saving service, great selection too. Bed does it all for you.
Retirement? It's never looked so good. Welcome to Chateau on the Ridge Assisted Living in Paragould, Arkansas. Say hello to fine dining and down-home living, where around-the-clock security and peace of mind are always at your fingertips. And front row seats to the best shows, they're included. We call it Chateau on the Ridge. You can call it home. Call or visit today to get the whole scoop.
Welcome back. YourPrimetimeSports.com's quarter number 2 about to get underway. Out of 8 quarters we have for you tonight between the two games. 1 down, 7 to go. A 2-point lead for Brookland here, the visiting team. Lady Bearcats lead 20-18. And they have the basketball coming out of this break in between the quarters. And they get it into Maynard, and we're back underway.
What are we?
We're frozen, and I don't know why. Okay. I don't know what's going on over there, but we're okay now. We're rolling now. And it's stolen away. Stolen and going the other way fast. Shot off the glass and in.
I tell you what, that was a pass that was behind the Johnson girl, Lexi Blue made, and the Johnson girl made that happen just by picking that up. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't the best pass in the world, you know, and she made something happen out of nothing.
And we had a foul on the other end that was on the shot. Maynard will shoot 2. We're tied at 20 with only 32 seconds gone off the clock here in the second quarter. She got the first one. There has not been a lead of more than 2 points for either team tonight. That's how close this game has been. And the lead is 2 right now for Brookland.
And Brookland, most of the game, has kept that 2-point lead.
Now here comes Rolford. Now in the paint, the shot is up and will not go. Offensive board by Tucker, the original shooter. Now she puts it up for 3. It's still not going to go. Out of bounds. Last touch by a black jersey, says 2 different officials, so they are right on top of it. Now here's Blue. Now up top it goes. New player in the game, Nicole Duty. This time it's stolen away. Going the other way. Maynard. No, not Maynard. Flowers. Now she dumps it off, and the shot's not going to go for long, and it's rebounded by Nettleton once again.
Rebounded by Johnson.
Ahead it goes now up top to Rolford. Rolford wanting to slow things down. Kiera Johnson. Now up top it goes to Ballou. Now Tucker drives in, puts it up. They're going to say no. There's a foul before she shot it on the floor.
Well, the referee near us was calling walk, and the referee the farthest from us was calling a push.
So that's why Coach Ritchie of the Brookland Lady Bearcats wanted an explanation, because he liked one call better than the other one. Still Nettleton ball. They inbounded it off the glass and in on the inbound pass. That's Rolford. And we're tied again. Long pass ahead to Milligan. Milligan from the low block. Can't get it to go. Rebound Nettleton. Pulled down by Duty.
Now Nettleton has that opportunity to take that 2-point lead.
They've had the lead a couple of times in the first quarter, but Brookland has led more.
Got her for a double dribble.
And could not capitalize, so it'll be Brookland basketball. Still tied, and now we're going to have a timeout? No. Miscommunication. They'll start her over.
They call whistles on miscommunication. Did you know that?
Do they really? Okay. Now, Brookland Lady Bearcats have the basketball. Maynard. Ooh, she wasn't ready for that pass, and it's almost stolen away. They're going to call a foul on who? They call it on Nettleton. Wow, that's not what I thought.
Yeah.
What happened?
Lexi Blue had that picked off, and as the Brookland girl turned around, they collided, and I would think that would go the other way, but we're not the refs.
Now it's Brookland basketball once again after the foul on the floor. Maynard kicks it in the corner. She thought about that three. She thought better of it. Kicks it back up top. Flowers drives in herself, puts it up and in. And the lead goes back to Brookland once again, 24-22, 5.5 remaining in this first half. Rolford, right side to Duty. Now Tucker. Now it's loose. Still loose. Nettleton comes up with it. That was Duty in the right place at the right time. Rolford with the basketball. Gives over to Johnson. Johnson's going to drive in. Now she kicks it back out. Now Rolford takes it in and can't get it to go. And it's going to be out of bounds. Last touch by who?
Well,
my.
He's saying it's last touch by Duty. And it's going to be Brookland's basketball.
I saw Brookland. Okay. So it's Lady Bearcat basketball. Here's the press from Nettleton. Almost stolen, and it is.
Off by Johnson.
Off the glass and in for Johnson. Great play. And quickly to the other end of the floor are the Lady Bearcats. Free throw line extended. Jumper will not go. Offensive board put back up, and she's going to draw the foul. That's Maynard, who will go to the line. 4:32 remaining in the first half. We're tied at 24. Maynard will try and break the tie. She does. One more for her.
Here's a new number in, Ross for Brookland Bearcats.
And
Nicole Ross.
McMillan also checks in for Nettleton. We've seen her before. She missed the second one, so it's only a 1-point game now, and Nettleton trails. They've got the basketball. Ballou walking it across the timeline. Tucker, three-pointer. Got it! They say it's only two. They say it's only 2. It's a 1-point game the other way. Nettleton leads it. Now here's another jump shot. Good. That's Flowers giving the lead back to Brookland. Back and forth we go. We picked a good one tonight, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
27-26.
You did.
Ballou, length of the floor from the low block. Can't get it to go. There's an offensive board. She slung it up there. Couldn't get that one to go. And now it's rebounded by Brookland going the other way. Maynard can't get that one to go. Back and forth. Here come the Lady Raiders. Coleman. Now down low to Tucker. Tucker off the glass and in. Timeout called. A 30-second timeout. We keep it here for the 30. It is 28-27. Nettleton with a 1-point lead with 3:24 remaining in the first.
Well, I know one thing. They love to get up and down the floor, both teams. So they're keeping our cameraman real busy.
Our cameraman, by the way, I should mention. Our cameraman is David Dupuis. We're sort of family. He is my son-in-law's brother. So he actually ran the camera for me when I interviewed Bill Dance last week. And he didn't have anything better to do tonight. I said, well, come run the camera on a ball game. It's the first time.
Tag along.
It's the first time he's actually done a live game. He did the interview with me the other day, but that was easy compared to this.
That's setting still, isn't it?
That's right.
He's doing a good job.
He's doing a good job.
Our scoreboard is sponsored once again by Big Top Flea Market.
That's right.
Right there in Paragould, largest flea market in Paragould area.
Brookland will get the ball coming out of this timeout, trailing by a point, 28-27. The press is on from the Lady Raiders. Ross, they haven't gotten it across the timeline yet. Still having trouble. A whistle and a foul is going to be called against Johnson. She had the ball in her hand when they called the foul on her. That's another, I'll tell you what.
No comment.
Nope, none whatsoever. That's 1-1. That's team foul number 7. We're going to go down here and see free throws from Callie Milligan. And she ties the score. We will have the camera trained on the floor at halftime, folks, so if there's any activity during halftime, you'll see it here on your primetime sports. Now the lead is Brookland's by 1, 29-28. Nettleton basketball. Tucker brings it across. Tucker is fouled. A little touch foul. Here is Coleman inbounding the ball. She gets it into McMillan. Now Tucker. In traffic, fires it up, can't get it to go. Johnson with the rebound. Nettleton resets. Peterson. Johnson from the block, can't get it to go. Rebound, Brookland. They lead it by 1. They've got the ball. Long outlet pass is picked off by McMillan.
Good hustle by McMillan getting back down the floor.
We are down to about 2.5 minutes left here in the first half. Tucker. Now Peterson. Tucker in the paint, and we've got a whistle and a foul.
Yeah, they're gonna
on the floor.
Catch Long on the arm there.
That's team foul number 6, I believe, against the Lady Bearcats. That one was on the floor, so we'll be seeing an inbound pass by Tucker. That's the last time they'll inbound it off a foul. They'll be in the bonus next time. Johnson. And traveling is the call. Brookland basketball. And they'll press with 2:21 remaining here in the first half. Nettleton's press is on. Now they back it off. Flowers brings it across, throws it in the corner, and she lost it out of bounds. That's Keogh down there in the corner who couldn't handle it. It'll be Nettleton basketball. It's kind of, the pace has slowed down considerably here in the last couple of minutes.
Well, they were getting after really hard that first quarter and that first half of the second quarter.
Now in the paint, that one is off the glass and in.
That's a late
for
call.
Coleman. What'd they call?
Well, they called a block on number 12.
Okay,
they're counting the basket. Now, I agree with the call.
But they made it late.
But they made it late,
yep.
Yes.
Well, with 2:02 remaining here in the first half, count the bucket. It's a 1-point lead, and that's all it'll be because that free throw doesn't go in. Board still battled for. The arrow is pointing at Nettleton, so they catch a break there as well. They're going to get the ball back underneath their own basket with 2 minutes left in the half.
Here's going to be advantage Nettleton, Dave. Their bench is deeper as this game goes on, and both teams playing as hard as they can.
Kira Wright checks in for the first time in this ball game for the Lady Raiders, and she has it down on the baseline, kicks it back up to Tucker. Tucker put it in and got the foul. Let's look at that one again. First replay of the night right here. Watch this. Got that thing on the run, off balance, slung it up, and drew the foul. Got that thing to go in. Man, oh man. Count the bucket. A 3-point lead, the largest lead for either team tonight, 32-29. And again, they get the rebound off the free throw. This time they missed it. It goes out of bounds, and it'll be Brookland basketball.
And if McMillan could have hung on to that instead of it going out of bounds, she would have shot the ball off the rim, got her own rebound.
Yep. Brookland basketball, trailing by 3.
Yeah, they're going to catch her bumping.
So now we'll see free throws. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm serious about this weather change thing. I'm having awfully bad sinus problems tonight. I hope it doesn't affect the broadcast.
You're not the only one. There's a lot of folks I've been talking to. It's coughing and sneezing.
Milligan's free throw, good. Cuts the lead to 2. Missed the second one, rebounded by McMillan. Tucker hands it off, and now Coleman will run the offense. Down to a minute and a half left here in the first half. They're looking for somebody open inside, and now a 5-second violation. She held on to that thing just too long. That's Wright. And Wright will probably be taken out of the ball game right now. She is. And Peterson replaces her. So now it's Brookland ball. They're being pressed. They get it across. Picked off. Picked off by Peterson. Now picked off going the other way. Long picks that one off. No, that's not Long. That's Keogh. So now it's still Brookland basketball.
You're struggling with that 4 and 14, aren't you?
Yes, I am. 3-pointer on the way. It will not go for Ross, and it's rebounded by Nettleton. We're still a 2-point game with under a minute to play. Nettleton leads it. They've got the basketball.
Tucker's going to drive.
Goes all the way. Can't get it to go. Foul on the rebound.
That's going to send McMillan to the line.
McMillan is going to get to shoot a couple, yeah. No, they're saying 1 and 1. They're saying she was fouled on the floor. I disagree with that one also. So the clock says there are 42 seconds remaining here in the first half. Subs checking in and out for both teams. They're getting everybody situated. It is a 1 and 1. Front end of it right here from McMillan. Missed it. And this time, Brookland gets the rebound off the Nettleton free throw. First time in a while they've done that. Hannah Hill with the basketball for Brookland. First time we've called her name out tonight. Now, Maynard. 25 seconds remaining here in this first half. Maynard goes in, and Maynard is fouled. And she will shoot 2 with 19 seconds left in the half. Opportunity to tie it up here.
That's Coleman's second foul. She's actually been their big playmaker this half.
Oh, what a roll. What a roll. Things just stayed there on the rim. 1 point ball game. Couldn't get the second one to go, and it's rebounded by Nettleton. 15 seconds. And three-pointer on the way. It's not going to go. It's rebounded by Brookland. Ahead it goes to Milligan. 5 seconds. Ross can't get it to go, and that is going to do it. We are a 1-point ball game at halftime. The home team, Nettleton Lady Raiders, leading it by a point. 32-31. We're taking a halftime break.
We have a, when he gets here.
We've got a halftime guest coming. So what I want you to do, Dave, go ahead, very slowly pan that camera over here to our table.
Well, I don't know if that'll work, Dave.
Sure it will. Let's see what we can do. We've got a halftime guest coming up right now. Hey, there we are. Okay, perfect. Right there. That's perfect. Look at the camera.
Briefly.
Okay, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to play a 30-second commercial and get our guest in here on Your Primetime Sports. 1 minute on yourprimetimesports.com.
Make the switch now to no-fee banking.
First National Bank provides me with totally free checking, and as a business owner, that helps keep my customers satisfied.
At First National, there are no fees and no hassles. Express yourself by choosing a debit card that fits your personality.
I switched my bank to First National because of no monthly debit card fees. Are you ready to switch?
First National Bank, the working bank for working people. Member FDIC.
Let us show you how easy switching can be.
Do you need insurance? If the answer is yes, let Chris Robinson and his staff at Chris Robinson's Insurance Agency handle your needs. Whether it's auto, life, business, or planning for your retirement, Chris Robinson's Insurance Agency is ready to serve you and your family. Come by Chris Robinson Insurance Agency, 1211 West Court Street in Paragould.
Well, all right, welcome back to yourprimetimesports.com. Halftime score, Nettleton Lady Raiders leading the Brookland Lady Bearcats 32-31. I have a very good friend and 11-year coach here at Nettleton Raiders, Coach Mark McCord. Glad to have you, buddy.
Thanks for having me on, Clifton.
Oh,
Appreciate
no problem. Love to talk to you, especially about the 5A East. And this is kicking off your season tonight with the Brookland team down there.
It is. I can't worry about the 5A East too much right now. We got plenty of time to think of that. Hopefully we'll be a lot better if we roll around January. But we got the Brookland Bearcats to worry about tonight, and they're going to be a load.
Well, they're well coached by our good friend Bobby Gross.
That's right, always.
So yeah, you got your hands full, but I think it'll be a fun game. The girls' game's a fun game right now. They're up and down the floor.
Tell you
Coach.
what, I've enjoyed this game.
Yeah.
Tell you what, up and down, 22 for Brookland can really play. They got some good shooters, and tell you what, it's an up and down game. The referees are getting a good workout tonight. They'll be good and loose for our game.
That's right. Well, there for a while it was the Coleman-Maynard game. I told Dave on the it's Coleman for y'all and Maynard for Brookland. I mean, they were doing all the scoring. So, well, let's talk a little bit about your team. You're coming off of last year's. You finished up in that 4th spot in the state tournament. You got to go into Greene County Techno Arena and play that first rounder. But how much improvement are you going to be this year versus last year?
Well, we've got 7 seniors, first of all, returning. That's a lot of seniors. That's probably the most seniors that I've ever had on a team, I believe. It's been a long time since I've had 7. And so you hope you get a lot of experience and leadership from those guys. They set a good example. They bust their tails every day. And the younger guys, underclassmen, can feed off those guys.
Now, the football team was right down to the wire on trying to get into the playoffs. And I know when things like that are going on, you have some players off the football team that you kind of had to wait on, didn't you?
I've had more this year. This is my 7th year here at Nettleton. I mean, my 11th year here at Nettleton, and I've had the most football guys I've had to depend on, 5 or 6 guys in football. So I feel like we're just a little bit behind where we normally are at this time. But, hey, it's time to play and get better, and I'm sure we will. And got some great kids. They work hard every day in practice, and we're excited about it.
Well, and that's what November and December is all about, because really it doesn't matter if you're 0-10 or 5-5 or 10-0 come December. What matters is what happens starting January.
That's right. That's the main thing. And, of course, we play a good non-conference schedule. And starting tonight, Brookland's going to come in here, and Coach Gross is going to have them ready to play. They're going to get after us defensively. They're going to do a lot of things right. So, hey, it's going to be a good barometer on where we can be later on down the road.
Now, I've not seen your schedule. Tell us some of the teams that you have that are after tonight that you've got coming up.
Well, after this, we've got Valley View, another crosstown rival. Ought to be a lot of fun next week at Valley View Tuesday night. I kind of like the way our schedule's set up. We got Brookland Tuesday night, and then we have 3 days to get after them this week in practice, and we got to get some reps in. We haven't spent a lot of time on the defensive end like I have wanted to at this point. We've had so much offense to put in and throw at the guys that we haven't really spent a lot of time on the defensive end, and we need to go back to work. We're going to start working tomorrow on the defense, and then the same thing next week. We play Tuesday, and then we're off the rest of the week. I get to go scout, and we get to get back on the practice floor and get better, because really these football guys have just had them a few days, and they hadn't had a chance to really get in condition, basketball condition, and do much defensive stuff right now.
And I was just fixing to bring that up. That's a good question for our viewers that does not know a lot about football or basketball. There's a different type of conditioning for both sports. Football's a whole different type of conditioning. You may be hitting hard and physical play, but in basketball, it's leg shape and getting up and down the floor, isn't it?
Oh, it is. And, Coach Murphy, he does a great job as a football coach running those guys and getting them in shape. They had some Marines come in this year a couple of days and work them out. So they had a great off-season conditioning program, but it's still different. I mean, those guys can come in here and we do first 30 minutes. The first day I've got them, a couple of them almost died, and they're over by the trash can. So, but, you're right. It's just totally different.
And I know that you and Coach Smith, the girls' coach, you spend a lot of time talking. You probably feed off of one another. And I happened to be down here the other night and doing some things for the magazine. And I was able to watch the end of his practice. And let me tell you, they were running.
They get after it.
They were running. And then they would go to the line, and 2 girls would go to the line. They had to make X number of free throws. And if they didn't, you got back on that line, and they were running line drills again.
That's right. They play like they practice, and they get it done every day. I've always said Jason would be a good boys coach, any level, and he gets after them and coaches them hard. And,
Well, and it's very evident tonight with these 2 teams are getting them down the floor, and they don't look tired.
No, they don't.
They're still going after it. I mean, they're just throwing punches back and forth, just like a couple of boxers. I mean, they're just trading punches.
Oh, it's a slugfest.
Yeah, and it's fun to watch. So,
and I think our next game will be somewhat of a slugfest and a war, as it always is.
Now, is it here or is it crosstown?
Next week we're crosstown at Valley View.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. You're crosstown.
No, I'm talking about tonight.
Oh, tonight? Yeah.
Tonight.
Yeah, I thought
it's
you
going to
said
be another slugfest. No.
Yeah, well, when you said next game, I was thinking too far ahead. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Right. No, I promise you I'm not thinking too far ahead.
And I know that.
That guy down right there does a good job coaching. And I've always had a lot of respect for Bobby. And, we've gone after each other in this league a long time. And I go back to the days when I went to ASU and he played at ASU. Been a good friend for a long time, and he's a great competitor, gets after it, and as a lot of the coaches in the 5A East do.
Let's talk real quick. We got 2 minutes about the 5A East. We got 4 new coaches in the 5A East. To me, that opens some doors for some of these veteran coaches, gives you some opportunities, because you know as well as I do, when new coaches come in, all the players don't get into sync with what they're teaching.
That's true. It's going to take some time. I mean, it's not going to happen overnight. And from what I've heard, all 4 new guys, they do a good job. And, you know, they're going to be somewhat probably of a different style of play from what I'm hearing. A lot of up-tempo, a lot of press, full court, 94 feet. A little different than the Big Ten style that the grinders we've had in the 5A East. So it ought to be exciting. You know, I think we're going to go up-tempo a little bit more as best we can and try to push it. We've got a few guys that are a little more athletic than what we've been the last couple of years, and we're going to try to get it down the floor and see what happens. So it ought to be a lot of fun.
It's going to be fun. Listen, thank you for coming on. Look forward to having you on the Saturday morning talk show so we can really dig into some basketball.
Yes, and talk about my guys.
You betcha.
That'd be
you
great.
Betcha.
Anytime.
That's what we want to do.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, thank you. All right, we're going to take a 15-second break. We'll be right back with yourprimetimesports.com.
Hi, I'm Little Rock Lemon. And when I'm in Northeast Arkansas, when I watch sports, I watch all my sports on yourprimetimesports.com. You should too.
And we're back on yourprimetimesports.com. Good talk there with Coach McCord during halftime.
Oh, Coach McCord's a lot of fun. He's been a long-time friend, and I love watching him coach. I love being around the Nettleton school, and can't wait to have him on one of our Saturday morning talk shows.
Do you, now, in your other job, in your day job, is this one of the places you come to?
No.
No. But you do go to a bunch of schools. I just didn't know if this was one of them.
No, I do not have any schools in Craighead County or Greene County.
I see.
That's another salesperson.
Gotcha. We're back underway here in the third. Brookland down by a point, gets the ball to start the third quarter. Thrown inside, batted, and then up and in. That was a fortunate play for...
well, Milligan was just in the right place.
That's what I was going to say. Yep, she was right where she needed to be. And now the lead goes back to the Lady Bearcats. Lady Raiders with the basketball. Maybe we can get Coach Smith to come up here at halftime of the boys' game. That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Fast break off the glass and in for Long.
So the largest lead for Brookland tonight.
3-point lead for them. Yeah, both of them have had a 3-point lead at one time or another. Nettleton with the basketball, down by 3. And here's a three-pointer, and Tucker can't get it to go, and a foul on the rebound.
They're going to catch 23. They're going to catch Key. Well, I thought they were going to catch her pushing off.
No, they call it against Raven McMillan.
Okay.
Over the back call.
Okay.
Now it's Lady Bearcat basketball. Well, they're awfully loud down there in the student section here at Nettleton. We'll be here a few times this year during the course of 5A East action. Rebounded by McMillan, going the other way. Nettleton basketball on the run. Off the glass and can't get it to go is Tucker. She gets her own rebound, puts it up and in.
I tell you what, that little Tucker girl, now she will get up and down the floor with that basketball.
Now it's a 1-point game. Brookland leads it. Trying to extend the lead. That shot won't go. It's rebounded by number 25, Lexi Blue. Folks, this game will be available on demand tomorrow afternoon probably, maybe sooner. That's picked off, stolen away, and she traveled with it. Whistle, timeout is going to be called. A 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. What I was saying was this game and the boys' game will be available on our archives, our video on demand channel, tomorrow.
Boy, I tell you what, we're getting a lot of folks getting on here lately, getting on and watching those archives.
They've been primarily on those football games watching here lately.
They have been, number one. Number two, I seen a flash today from someone about the Armorel Marmaduke game.
Yeah, okay.
And, we've had, I think, some flashes from Ridgefield Christian folks, so pretty cool stuff. And so far, with the exception of a few folks that think that Wynn's going to get their head knocked off by Camden Fairview, which they got to play Morrilton first.
Yeah, I fully believe they'll beat Morrilton, but that's another story. We're back underway here. Nettleton with the basketball, and they lose it out of bounds. Now, we talked about this. I don't know if you caught the tail end of the Double G show Saturday when me and Bruce were talking.
I didn't.
Yeah. He agrees with me that Wynn will beat Camden Fairview, but he doesn't agree with me that Batesville will be in the finals also. He thinks Pulaski Academy will. So we're all going to find out soon. That shot was missed and rebounded by Nettleton, going back the other way fast. And this all the way, coast to coast, number one, Cleora Rolford gives the lead back to Nettleton. 36-35, Lady Raider lead. Lady Bearcat ball. Flowers. Skip pass all the way over in the corner to Key. Key loses it. We're going the other way. And again, Rolford goes coast to coast. That's two possessions in a row. She has just carried the team all the way down the floor.
Well, neither team has had larger than a 3-point lead, so what a game. What a game.
It's another 30-second timeout. Now, folks, Friday night we will be in Marmaduke. Brand new conference opponent for the Greyhounds. The McCrory Jaguars come to town for a boys matchup. That will be this Friday night right here on yourprimetimesports.com.
Now, back to, I didn't want to interrupt you a minute ago during the play up and down the floor, but I want to go back to football real quickly.
Okay.
Now, I've already warned you, on Friday after Thanksgiving, if Wynn and Camden Fairview are playing one another, that is in Wynn.
That's right.
And
we want to go watch that.
I'm going to be there.
Well, now, that all depends on whether or not we broadcast the Rumble on the Ridge.
Whether we do the Rumble on the Ridge or not, I'm going to be there.
Oh, okay.
I'm just letting you know that.
So if we do the Rumble on the Ridge, I get to miss the football game. Okay, I see how this works.
Well, when you become the boss and the owner, then you can do that.
It's a 3-point lead for Nettleton right now, and the Lady Bearcats have the ball.
Good pass.
And that one goes up and in from Key.
From Flowers.
Good pass by Flowers. 1-point ball game again. Nettleton has the lead and the basketball. Rolford has it up top now, gives to Ballou. Ballou wants to drive. She does. She puts it off the glass and in.
Too many opportunities for Nettleton Lady Raiders to just penetrate the basket like that. 3 in a row.
And now here's another one. She had a collision on the way in there. She missed the shot. The foul will be called against Nettleton. That's number 22, Coleman, who committed the foul, and she was nowhere near set or in place. She couldn't get there in time to draw the charge.
That's Coleman's third foul for the Lady Raiders.
And free throws, folks. Free throws will kill you. Down by 3, you got to make your free throws. 40-37, that's what the score is right now, with a 3-point Nettleton lead. She got the second one. Back to even numbers now, 40-38. The press is on. They get it across to Rolford. Now it's poked away, and Lady Bearcats come up with it. Milligan in the corner. Maynard. Now Key. Key, baseline jumper won't go. Offensive board. Long. Now Long for 3. Won't go. Haven't seen a three-pointer in this ball game. They've shot a few, but none have gone in.
Well, we thought there was one in the first half,
was only 2.
They called it 2. It was close. McMillan wide open, but the pass was too late.
Picked off by Maynard going the other way. And it's very rare in a high school game these days that you see a game go the distance without any three-point shots. But so far, that's what we have seen here. Brookland basketball. They're down by 2. They're trying to set up their offense. This is Key with the basketball. Now Long. Working inside. Shot off. Won't go.
I tell you what, Dave, I would venture to say that 80-85% of the buckets made in this game by both teams have been inside that black.
Been inside, that's correct. And this one is also off the glass and in.
And that is the reason we've not seen any three-pointers. They are penetrating and driving to the hole.
Turnover, double dribble. A 4-point lead for Nettleton, the largest of the night so far, and Brookland turns it over going the other way. So Nettleton has an opportunity to create some space. This is Peterson inbounding the basketball. She does. She gets it into Rolford. Rolford drives, low block, won't go. Offensive board from the paint. Shot still won't go for Duty, and this time it's rebounded by Brookland. Flowers with it on the run. Flowers in the paint, puts it up and won't go in. And Nettleton comes down with it. Back and forth we go. This is familiar. We've been doing this all night long. Back and forth. And slowing the ball way down is Rolford. She's going to camp out on the big end at half court. And now she'll get the ball underway. In the corner. In and out, no good. Key with the rebound, and she's tackled.
She's got tangled up with Johnson. That foul is going to be on Johnson.
2:03 remaining here in the third, and that, let's see, there have been no fouls committed by Brookland so far in this half. That was team foul number 3 against Nettleton. They've made it through almost an entire quarter without fouling anybody. They're working it around the perimeter. This is Long.
They're running that weave.
Now down on the baseline to kick it back up. Key from the free throw line, air ball. Plucked out of the sky by Rolford.
Well, she didn't get her feet set.
Rolford on the run. Rolford has it batted out of bounds. It'll still be Nettleton basketball.
We're going to get to watch that famous Bobby Gross weave tonight.
Yeah, when the boys play. You're absolutely right.
Well, you're just seeing a little glimpse of it there in the girls.
And this is out of bounds. Still going to be Nettleton ball. They get it in up top to Peterson. Now we're back underway. In the paint. That shot's not going to go for Johnson. Rebound, Brookland. Flowers on the run. To the rack. Got it. Back to a 2-point game. Again, Rolford walks it down. Rolford gives over left side. Tucker. Tucker from the free throw line won't go. Rebound, Brookland with 1 minute left in the third. Flowers. Top of the key. 50 seconds. Now it's Maynard. Looks like they're going to hold for one. 45. Trying to set a pick. They couldn't do it. But they got rid of the basketball before the 5-second call. This is Milligan with it. Now up top it goes to Flowers. All the way into the corner she goes with it. It goes out of bounds. Last touch by a white jersey.
Well, it looks like a double stack on the wings. A little farther out than normal. And they're driving to one side or the other and setting that pick and trying to make something happen where somebody rolls off toward the basket.
26 seconds remaining.
Great pass.
Here she is. The cutter puts it off and cannot get it. Milligan couldn't get it to go. Offensive board, Brookland. They're still alive with 17 seconds left in the third quarter. Ross with the basketball. Gives to Milligan. 10 seconds. Milligan drives.
Yeah, they're going to get
Rolford riding her. 7 seconds left. They'll have to inbound the basketball. Waiting on a sub to check in. They're going to inbound it underneath their own basket right in front of the Nettleton student section. Long will do the honors. Long looking for somebody all the way back up top. It goes to Milligan from the paint. Flowers got it to go in. I'm sorry, that was Long who tied the score as the third quarter expires.
So Brookland 1 point better this quarter.
And we are all tied.
Hey, this is a new ball game going into the fourth and final frame.
And we'll be right back on your PrimetimeSports.com.
You get big time savings and hometown service. Always a bed, Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, and Ram. At Bed, there's a difference you will clearly see. You're always a VIP. Saving service, great selection too. Bed does it all for you.
Retirement? It's never looked so good. Welcome to Chateau on the Ridge Assisted Living in Paragould, Arkansas. Say hello to fine dining and down-home living, where around-the-clock security and peace of mind are always at your fingertips. And front row seats to the best shows, they're included. We call it Chateau on the Ridge. You can call it home. Call or visit today to get the whole scoop.
Welcome back to your PrimetimeSports.com. They might as well just skip to the fourth quarter because we're no better off than we were before we started the game. We're all tied at 42.
You're exactly right. Been a great basketball game.
And it'll probably get a lot of views on YouTube when we upload it tomorrow. This has been the best basketball game by far that we've had so far in this very young basketball season.
And I'll almost bet you that the boys' game is going to be just as good.
It'll be Nettleton basketball, the home team, getting the ball to start the fourth quarter. Coleman running the offense this time around. Coleman. And now a three-pointer for Ballou. She got it. The first three-pointer of the ball game for either team. Now, here's their answer. And no, she didn't get this one. Loose ball on the floor, jump ball. It'll be Brookland basketball.
Well, that's what we've seen a lot last year out of Lexi Blue, was getting set and shooting that three-pointer, and that's really the first opportunity
she's their big girl, and she's nailing the three-pointers. In the paint it goes. Key puts it up and can't get it to go in. It's rebounded by McMillan. 3-point lead for the Lady Raiders as they bring the basketball down the floor. McMillan drives, puts it off the glass, can't get it to go. Black team rebounds it. Brookland basketball. Left side of the floor, out of bounds.
Well,
they couldn't handle that pass.
Long should have let that one go on out of bounds, and she tried to save it. And
it was touched by a white jersey before it got to her. It could have been their ball. Here come the Lady Raiders. Coleman drives in herself, puts it up, count the bucket. She's going to draw the foul.
I'll tell you what, Coleman's seen that, just that little narrow lane there, and she didn't hesitate. She zipped right through there.
That is the largest lead of the night so far now for the Lady Raiders. A 5-point lead, a chance for it to be 6 right here with Coleman at the line. She can't get it to go in, and Key plucks it down and travel with it and gives it back to Nettleton. Peterson finally gets it inbounds to Coleman. Coleman travel with it. This time Brookland will throw the ball in uncontested and walk it down the floor. Keogh. Milligan. There's that weave again. Here comes Maynard. Now Keogh. Around the horn they go. Poked away by Ballou. It will not be a backcourt violation because Ballou is the one that put it back there. Brookland basketball. Now we've got a whistle and a foul is going to be called on Ballou.
Yeah, going to get her for a little tighter defense than they wanted. A little bump there.
15th foul of the half called against the Lady Raiders. Only one up there against Brookland. They will inbound it. They do. In the paint, another foul. Coleman bumped her this time.
Yeah, that's going to get Coleman. I think that's going to be her 4th foul, Dave.
And it's 6 now against Nettleton. So Brookland, after this inbound pass, they'll shoot free throws the rest of the way. Into Key. Key off the glass. Can't get it to go. Rebound, Johnson. Johnson on the run. Johnson pulls up and waits for help. And now we've got a whistle, and a timeout is going to be called by Coach Jason Smith. It's a 30-second timeout.
Well, Johnson's bringing the ball down, and she pulls out, which I thought was a good move on her part because she had two defenders staring her right in the face. And I don't know what Coach Smith saw, but he saw something he didn't like, so he immediately called timeout. So.
Let's talk real quick about Saturday's Double G show that we've got coming up. We've got 3 basketball coaches and an old football coach coming on. We've got both the Paragould coaches, Coach Lindsay and Coach Cook.
At 8:45, Coach Cook at 9:10.
Then we've got, on our Legend Series, former ASU head football coach and Dallas Cowboys scout, Larry Lacewell.
I have to tell you a story. We have time.
And then our final guest on Saturday will be Coach Trey Harding of the Greene County Tech Lady Eagles.
Yeah, it's going to be nice. I'll come back to the story next time out, but it's going to be nice to have Coach Cook and Coach Lindsay because it's going to be their first time ever to be on our talk show.
Both of them, yes.
But that's what I'm saying, both of them. So it's going to be a lot of fun to talk to those guys.
We've done halftime interviews on radio with Coach Cook at times,
right,
but never on the show on Saturday morning. Hey, there's a shot that goes off the glass and in for Rowford, and now Nettleton leads it by a touchdown, 49-42.
And another bump. That's going to be on Walford.
And we're going to see.
That should be her 4th foul.
Was she shooting? It doesn't matter. I mean, they're going to shoot free throws anyway, but it does matter if it's a 1-and-1 or 2 shots. They're going to say it was on the floor, 1-and-1.
Yeah, her 4th foul. So they're.
Maynard makes the first free throw.
You know, this is the thing. You know, they have their 6-point lead right now, but Nettleton's putting themselves in a position that this game could get close again.
Yeah, because their big girls are getting in foul trouble. Their key scorers are getting in foul trouble. Got them both, 49-44. We're down to 5:50 remaining in this ball game. Nettleton up by 5. They've got the ball. Across it goes to Peterson. And out of bounds, last touch by a white jersey.
Well, Brookland putting on that press there, and it caused that turnover for sure.
Brookland trying to cut into this 5-point lead with 5.5 minutes left to play. Maynard drives in. Maynard off the glass, can't get it to fall in. Battle for the rebound. Ballou comes out of the scrum with it. And it's stolen away. Key comes up with it going the other way. Key off the glass. Will it go in? Yes, it does. You should have zoomed in on that one, Dan. 49-46. Here's the press. Nettleton gets it across. Ballou is fouled immediately as she crosses the timeline. It's only 2 team fouls against the Lady Bearcats.
So that 7-point lead's dwindled down to 3 now.
Peterson will inbound the basketball. Tucker will await the pass. Well, she decided to throw it to Johnson instead. Now Tucker has it. Johnson top of the key. Johnson drives down the right side of the lane. Johnson puts it off the glass and in.
That's a nice move by Johnson.
Now here comes Maynard with the basketball for the Lady Bearcats. She gives it off to Long. In the paint, Flowers, got it. 3-point game again, 4.5 to play. Pass is picked off by Key. Ahead it goes to Flowers. Flowers to the rack. Can't get it to go. Jump ball on the rebound. The arrow pointing at the Lady Raiders. What a game this has been. Great girls basketball game here tonight. 4 minutes and 14 seconds left of it. Here's the full court press by the Lady Bearcats. Tucker with the basketball, now Ballou. Ballou gets it across. Ballou takes it all the way in, off the glass and in. Now here come the Lady Bearcats fast. Milligan dumps it in the corner to Key. Maynard drives, puts it up and in. Back to a three-point game again.
Coleman about ready to check in for Nettleton at the next buzzer.
And now sitting on the basketball is Ballou. Coach Smith checking out the defense, trying to decide what to tell Ballou. Well, Ballou's going to pull the trigger and kick it in the corner to Peterson. Peterson nowhere to go, finally finds somebody to pass to. Timeout is going to be called. And this one may be a full. It is a full, and we will take it too. Back in 1 minute on yourprimetimesports.com.
Make the switch now to no-fee banking.
First National Bank
Hi, I'm
provides
Miller.
totally free checking, and as a business owner, that helps keep my customers satisfied.
At First National, there are no fees and no hassles. Express yourself by choosing a debit card that fits your personality.
I switched my bank to First National because of no monthly debit card fees. Are you ready to switch?
First National Bank, the working bank for working people. Member FDIC.
Let us show you how easy switching can be.
Do you need insurance? If the answer is yes, let Chris Robinson and his staff at Chris Robinson's Insurance Agency handle your needs. Whether it's auto, life, business, or planning for your retirement, Chris Robinson's Insurance Agency is ready to serve you and your family. Come by Chris Robinson Insurance Agency, 1211 West Court Street in Paragould.
Welcome back to yourprimetimesports.com.
That Chris Robinson Insurance ad is so loud. I have to hit that other button over there to crank her down on our headsets.
Yeah. 53 to 50.
Anyway, real quick,
the score.
Coach Lacewell calls me the other day.
Oh,
out of the
yeah.
blue.
Yeah.
I don't even know this Texas number. I'm driving back from Blytheville or Marion or someplace. Anyway, I went ahead and answered my phone. He goes, "Hey, Cliff, this is Larry Lacewell." I've never talked to this man on the phone. And I went, "Well, hello, Coach Larry Lacewell." Anyway, we had a great talk. He said that he's getting old and he wants you to call him later on this week to remind him.
Yeah.
He didn't know if it was last Saturday or this coming Saturday, so I had to tell him it was the 17th. So he's going to have a lot of fun. He's looking forward to it. He said Dick Clay really bragged about it. So I thought that was a big plus right there, Dave.
Well, I appreciate Dick Clay, and I appreciate Coach Lacewell for coming on with us. We're going to have a big old time Saturday. Here's Johnson at the free throw line. Got the first one and extends the lead to 4. And she got them both. Clutch free throws for Johnson. Now here come the Lady Bearcats. Milligan, they were working that weave again. Long. Maynard. And that one's, well, Nettleton basketball.
Now Coach Smith telling him easy, throwing his hands up, saying slow it down. They have a 5-point lead with 2:25 left in the fourth quarter. A bucket here could almost seal Brookland's fate in this game.
Unless they get hot in the last 2 minutes.
Yeah. And there's only been one three-pointer in the whole game, and that was by Lexi Blue of the Nettleton Lady Raiders.
They are killing this clock, approaching the 2-minute mark. The clock is the Lady Raiders' best friend right now. Johnson. Now McMillan. Ballou. They're going to have to start thinking about fouling pretty soon. Ballou playing keep away. And out of bounds. Wow, unforced turnover. Gives the ball back to Brookland with 101 seconds left in this ball game. They are down by 5. Chance to cut into that right here. Driving in, Maynard can't get it to go, and it's rebounded by Ballou. That's a big miss right there. Big, huge play. Ballou down low. Johnson got it.
Wide open.
7-point lead again with 75 seconds left to play. They're going to have to start thinking about three-pointers now. They work it inside, now back out to Key. Now Maynard. 1 minute to play. Here's a three-pointer on the way off the mark by Milligan, but pulled down by Maynard. Now another three. That one's not going to go in for long. This time the rebound comes off to Nettleton. 48 seconds left to play. They're going to have to foul. Ballou is fouled. 44 seconds left. Timeout is going to be called by Brookland. It is a full timeout, and we are going to take the timeout with them. We'll be back in 1 minute on your PrimetimeSports.com.
You get big time savings and hometown service. Always a bed, Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, and Ram. At Baird, there's a difference you will clearly see. You're always a VIP. Saving service, great selection too. Baird does it all for you.
Retirement? It's never looked so good. Welcome to Chateau on the Ridge Assisted Living in Paragould, Arkansas. Say hello to fine dining and down-home living, where around-the-clock security and peace of mind are always at your fingertips. And front row seats to the best shows, they're included. We call it Chateau on the Ridge. You can call it home. Call or visit today to get the whole scoop.
Hey, we are back on your PrimetimeSports.com.
You ought to try that every time you have the opportunity.
I sure will. 44 seconds remaining in this contest. It is a 7-point lead for the home team, the Nettleton Lady Raiders. It has been back and forth all game. Nettleton has created some space here late in the game, and it will be their ball coming out of this timeout. The foul was only the 4th team foul by Brookland. There are still 3 fouls to give. They get it into Ballou. They're going to kill some clock. Lots of fouls to give. Tucker. Relford fouled with 36 seconds left. And again, that was only team foul number 5. So the fact that they didn't do much fouling in this half is coming back to haunt the Lady Bearcats. They get it into Ballou. Ballou is fouled with 32 seconds left. That's team foul number 6. The next one will result in free throws. Tucker looking for somebody to throw it into, finds Ballou. Now Tucker with the basketball. Down under 30, 27, 26, 25. Nobody's fouling. Now they finally do with 23 seconds left to play. That was the 7th team foul. We're going to see free throws. Ballou will shoot a 1-and-1. 23 seconds left. And it's missed. That's what they want. That's what Brookland's looking for. Pulled down by Key, ahead to Maynard. Maynard in the paint, misses the layup.
Big rebound by Johnson.
Huge rebound by Johnson. Down to 10 seconds left. Nobody's fouled yet. They're playing keep away. 6 seconds left. And now it's too late. It's just too late. 3 seconds left. They're going to let it run out. That's it. Ball game, folks.
I'll tell you what, Dave. Brookland has nothing to be ashamed about. They played hard all the way through this whole basketball game. I think that Coach Ritchie is like any other coach. He's not going to ever like defeat, but he's got to be proud of his performance of his girls tonight. You know, being the first game for the Nettleton Lady Raiders, they looked a little rusty, obviously, but they played well in spurts, and they did some good things that I saw out there. So
we are going to have a 15-minute break in between the games, Clifton. And when we come back, we're going to have the boys' game between these same two schools. So, folks, don't go anywhere. We'll be back right here on yourPrimetimeSports.com.
Just leave it.